Is it? Well, this is maternity nurse Jo Tantum, who reckons that her baby's soothing tips would leave Monica there in the shade. And also here, a totally converted G. Jagota and her 8-month-old baby Gia, and a rather more sceptical new mum, Express journalist Julia Hartley-Brewer, and her lovely little Katie. Oh, Katie's grown since I last saw her.
Big Katie.
How old's big Katie now?
9 months exactly today.
What, Katie 8 next?
She's not sure what to make of you, Richard, I'll tell you that.
Who is?
Go on, scare him out.
Look,
Go on.
just take us through the bullet points. How does your system work?
The horrors of control crying, everyone parent that's their nightmare.
Control crying is leaving the baby and not going into its room at all in the night.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, up to an hour to leave your baby crying is what every parent's nightmare. What I do is space soothing. So spaced soothing.
Okay.
It's a technique that I found worked, particularly with sort of new babies going up to 6 months. You go in minute by minute. It gives the baby an opportunity to fall asleep on their own and the confidence to fall asleep on their own. Many parents go in too soon.
You're talking, is this specifically at night, when the baby wakes up at night?
It's all naps, daytime naps and nighttime.
Right.
You follow the same technique all the time because you don't want to confuse the baby. You want to let the baby know exactly what happens.
So you go in, but you don't pick the baby up?
Only if the baby is very upset.
Yes.
Gia, for example, wouldn't be soothed how I would normally soothe. She would only calm when I picked her up. The temptation is because you pick her up, most parents then sort of take her baby into bed or give them something, and it sort of teases the baby. So what you want to do is pick the baby up for 1 minute and then soothe them, put them down again.
Okay, but we shot a little film of you earlier, attempting to soothe Gia, who was crying for Britain, I think. Let's have a look at that.
If a baby was crying, to soothe the baby, I'll go in, I would hold my hand on her chest, make soothing noises, and stroke her nose here to relax her. I'd do that for 1 minute, and then I'd leave the room.
I don't blame you. But you were perfectly happy for us to show that, because it doesn't always work. I mean, nothing works every time. But you have been trying these techniques with Gia, and you say they do work.
Yes.
Without question in your mind?
Absolutely.
Okay, how long have you been following that procedure for?
For 3.5 months now.
And did you notice a difference straight away when you started, or did it take a week or two for it to settle in?
The first 3 days that Jo spent with us gave my husband and I our life back.
Oh, that bad, is it?
Well, it wasn't bad as such, because we adore Gia.
Oh, of course.
And, you know, we'd do anything for her. However, it got to the point where she was sleeping in bed between us. I love co-sleeping. I'm still feeding Gia myself. I'm still breastfeeding, so I don't have a problem with co-sleeping. However, he works in the city. He works in Canary Wharf, and he needs to sleep. And he didn't want to leave the bed and leave me alone with Gia.
Of course not, no.
So it was difficult. But we used the techniques. Jo came for 3 days, and literally the first day, I mean, it's not just the soothing at night, it's the whole routine during the day as well. It almost gave her permission to sleep.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Okay, now, Julia, how do you get Katie to sleep?
I put her in her cot and I say night-night, and she goes to sleep. Now,
She can't always have done that.
But no, but we slept. She slept in the same bed. I don't use clever terms like co-sleeping. She slept in the same bed with her mummy and her mummy's breast for the first 3 months, and it was wonderful. And when we got tired of that, we started her in a bed nearby, and then we put her into a cot. And we only did the cot when she was ready, because we did try a couple of times, and she cried for 4 hours once. I mean, 4 hours is a long time. I mean, when we kept going in, everyone kept saying, well, eventually your baby will get to sleep. And I decided, actually, you know, I don't have any time for, I mean, with all due respect, any experts. The only expert on my baby is me. And if I'm going to take advice from someone on how to handle my baby and get sleeping, I'm going to take it from John Lennon, whatever gets you through the night. And I think what's so awful these days is that women and mums especially are being told what to do and how to be a parent, and what you're doing wrong, and why you should do this, and you should do this at this time, and this at 7:15, and this at 7:45. And actually what you should do is you should get in tune with your baby and enjoy your baby and enjoy being a mum and just trust your instincts. And I've trusted my instincts, and I've got the happiest little
But then
pop-out.
you're one of the most confident women I know. You know, and you're very self-possessed. I mean, she doesn't need your advice. But a lot of mothers, new mothers, do find the whole deal a bit of a formidable, don't they? And that's what you're for.
Of course. I mean, a lot of ladies that have a sort of career woman, they've always been in charge. They're the ones sort of saying, do this, and it happens. Yeah. You have this baby, and it doesn't do it.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, I know lots of people do swear by you, and what we'll do is, from tomorrow, we'll put Jo on our website and show you how you can get hold of some of her tips if you're going mad with sleepless nights. Thank you all very much.
You've got lovely babies, isn't it?
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Well, I don't have to put up for adoption now because she hasn't cried.
And our last guest tonight is the very funny Justin Lee Collins, currently on our screens every week in the Friday Night Project, a show which just gets better and better.